Good afternoon. Welcome to the tea table. I'm so happy you have joined me today. It is a cold, blustery November winter day. I had to bring my fur out, and I'm wearing a vintage hat that has a little camel fur on it. And I am just embracing. I woke up and it was so foggy, I could not really see across the bay. It has lifted a bit, but it's gray skies, and that's tea weather, right? Yes, for sure. So I want to, if you haven't gotten your tea yet, please pause and get your tea, and I'll be right here waiting for you. Today I have brought a very special set. It is in the green family. It's an old, vintage, I think Eastern European. It's a very small pot. This would be something you would serve perhaps one person or two at the most. But isn't it just beautiful? It has this wonderful color, kind of a French green, and then the scene on the front, little angels. It's very, very sweet. Well, I have this sitting in my tea area, and it just grabbed me today. I thought we need something bright and colorful, and yet we want something winter. So this felt right. Well, for my teacup, I have just a few little plates that have the angels on them, but no cups. So I'm improvising with a little cup that has green and pink on it, purpley. And I already poured this tea, but let's pour a little bit more. Whoops. I started my tea talk and it clicked off, so I've had to start again. I have had a big tea day. I had a tea party here earlier with 4 very strong, handsome young men. My son Nathaniel had his friend Robin come from Arizona. Now, Robin is actually from England, and he loved the tea, and he works with various sports clubs. He is a doctor of nutrition, and he's a consultant for many of these sports like Manchester United, the soccer clubs around the world. So he travels a lot, but lives in Arizona. Well, the day he came yesterday, oh my, the weather started changing, but he said he didn't mind. It reminded him of England so much. He paid me a very high compliment. He said my house reminded him of his grandparents' house up in North Carlisle, England. And he said they have a bungalow in it. He said, your house feels like my grandparents. I'm so honored, because when I was getting ready for this tea party, I thought, I have so much stuff. And I said, do I have too much? He goes, oh no, I love your tea things. And he loved all my blue and white china on the wall. And he was so encouraging. And we sat by the fire, and we had banana bread. I had a 3-tiered scorpa banana bread, and then the treat I brought you, these very special Norwegian sandwiches made with Norwegian julekake bread from Larson Brothers Bakery in Seattle, and with cheese. And jul means Christmas, kake means cake. It's kind of a Christmas cake with the raisins and the fruit, but they have it all year long. And my grandmother used to make it. My mother made it. I've actually made it. This is as good as any homemade bread. Larson Brothers, delicious. They have really kept to the original pure recipe. I'm sorry, this clip keeps falling down, but it has to just stay there now. Clip. It's slipping. I don't know why. Well, let me do one little thing here. There we go. Then my fur slips around too. I'm wearing my globe, which is the world, and it has the 7 continents on it. And I love this globe. I wear it when I teach because the Kenyans that I teach, they want me to come to Kenya. I said, I can't come to Kenya, but I'm teaching you, and you will take what I teach you all around the world. Isn't that great? Well, this tea party was so special, and I had kind of wanted them to stay, but they had to go. They're going to take Robin over to the Capitol in Olympia and show him our beautiful Capitol. And little Cambria came along, little granddaughter, and she had tea, and she helped serve the tea. And she went around and gave us each a little musical instrument. I have a little box of rhythm instruments under my piano. And then she grabbed a little harp and she said, let's sing. So we all had, she's a leader. You know, children will lead you. Wow, this has been a big day, a good day. But I want to tell you, this week something special happened. Veterans Day, and I want to honor all the veterans, and especially my husband Michael, Army, my son Sam, Marines, my son-in-law Jake, Lieutenant Colonel in the Marines in the reserves, and his father who passed away, Mark, was a Marine, and my Uncle Goodman was a Marine. My cousin Bruce was a Marine, and my brother-in-law, Johnny Shoemaker, was Air Force. So I want to remember all of these great people because the men and women that defend us, these people, when they sign their name on the dotted line, they are saying, I'm willing to give my life to protect you and save our country. That is so big. We need to honor them every year. And this year is very special. It's the 250th anniversary of the Marine Corps and all the different branches of service. My daughter and son-in-law are going to a ball, a Marine ball in California on Saturday, which will be very significant because they will be honoring the 250th anniversary of the Marines. So thank you for your service, and for you who watch this and have given your service, thank you. And if you know a veteran, it's not too late to call them and say, thank you. It's so important. Yes. Well, I have no music today. I woke up. I have no internet here. Something happened to my Wi-Fi. I don't know how to fix it. So we're having a quiet tea talk with no background music. But I want to tell you about a little miracle I had this week. Last Sunday, I went to church with my husband, and then we came home. I was collecting some things for dinner. We were going to my son's house, and I was bringing a lot of the dinner. And I wear a ring. You've seen it, the big yellowy one, which is Baltic amber. This is also Baltic amber, but it's a dark color. The yellow golden one that I love. A friend brought that to me from Estonia. Well, I wear it every day. I don't know. I just feel it feels comfortable on me and I like it. And so I wear it. Well, all of a sudden, I'm sitting at the dinner on Sunday and I look down at my hand. The stone is gone. Oh my goodness. I've been so many places. I had been to church. I had stopped at the store to buy fresh rolls. Then I had come home and then I was walking to the car, and you know what the autumn leaves are like now everywhere. There are leaves literally. And I looked around my son's house. It's all wood. Everything looks the color of Baltic amber. How am I going to find it? And I looked everywhere. I looked in the salad. I looked in, everything I had touched, but to no avail. Well, then when I got home, I said, God, it would mean so much to me if I could find my stone. Well, then I walked in my house and it came to me. I had done my dishes in my dishwasher. I had loaded it that morning. And so I thought, I'm just going to open it up. I looked down. There's the stone. I found it. It's truly a miracle. I'm so grateful to God. So I'm going to have to get it put back in. So if you feel a stone getting a little loose, make sure that you stop and take it off and get it secured. Because right now my diamond, I'm not wearing my wedding diamond, because when we were on our trip to Wisconsin, I kept feeling my diamond catch on things. So we were in a jewelry shop looking for a silver baby cup for my grandchildren. And I mentioned to the man, I said, my ring catches. So he looked at it under his magnifying glass. He said, oh my, he said, 3 of your prongs are worn down. You are lucky you still have a diamond in there. So I quickly took it off, and that's being worked on to be fixed. And so if you have a stone that catches or shakes, because that Baltic amber, it was just a little tiny bit shaky sometimes, not all the time. And so I realized, okay, that is a warning, and that I should have heeded it. But God's mercy and grace has given me back my jewel. So I wanted to tell all of you that story and caution you, if you have any precious jewelry that gets a little loose, take it in and get it secured before you lose it. Yes. It seems we never lose the things that are old and don't mean anything to us, but we always seem to lose the things that are really precious to us, right? Well, I don't have any music today because I think I told you my Wi-Fi wasn't working this morning. So it's a quiet tea talk. It's an actual tea party, because we don't always have music at tea parties. Music is nice. Sometimes quiet is very nice. Have you all been having a good week? I cannot believe that it is 2 weeks to Thanksgiving. Are you getting ready? I am planning to, hopefully, by God's grace and mercy, my goal is to have all my Christmas decorations up by December 1st this year. Last year, it went on and on. I got delayed, and I want to get it up, enjoy it. I think I'm going to have some kind of a little party that will give the impetus to really get it right. Sometimes it takes that. When I was having this tea party today, I thought, oh my goodness, I'm not ready. My Wi-Fi isn't working. My vacuum broke, and I have leaves outside, people tracking in. But I had an old vacuum upstairs I brought down. It works a little bit, not as good. But I thought, I can't cancel. I'm going to just go forward. And I did, and it was such a success. It was so nice to have someone from another country. And he said, this reminds me of England. That meant so much to me that he said that, and that he really enjoyed. He loved the banana bread. And let me tell you what I did. I made banana bread with applesauce, butter, and just a tiny bit of oil. And then I put bran in it and flour, and it has come out. Everybody loves it. I think the applesauce gives a wonderful consistency, It's not greasy, it's light. I put an extra egg in too. That made it fluffy, kind of. Yes. Well, I have a little purse here that I love. I've had it on the Tea Talk before. I feel like I'm going on a train today. Probably in the 1940s, but really, why can't we dress up now like this? I think the tide is turning, and I think people are really starting to dress. Don't you? I see it. And when I go out and I'm dressed up, it's the young people that stop me, and they give me so many compliments. It's almost embarrassing. And I said, oh, thank you so much. And they go, we love what you're wearing. People want color. So don't be afraid. Pull out of your closet. If you have a fur, if you have velvet this year for Christmas. And this is a vintage hat that I've had for a long time. It just worked out. Everything goes together, and it all seems to always work out. My clip is not cooperating. It's sliding. That's what it is. It's sliding down. Well, I don't want to take it all the way off. There it is. Ah, wow, it's been a big day. And it's going to be a big week. I am going to be teaching my class on Saturday. I love my class. I love my Kenyans. Last Saturday, they had a special convocation introducing what they're doing. They're going to be going all over the world. They're going to Pakistan. They're going to India. They're going to Argentina. They're going to Spain and France. It's going to be zoomed out from Kenya, and all the languages will be translated. Isn't that incredible? This is the world we live in. I can sit right here in my home. I could actually teach a whole class right from here. It could go to them and they can take it out, and it can go around the world. And I don't have to get on an 18-hour international flight. I know in person is special, but I get to meet my Kenyans when they come here to our country. Yes, they're so special. I love them so much. They love me, and they are so appreciative. They are not afraid to show their love. And I think that's how I want to finish this tea talk. Let's not be afraid to show our appreciation for others. Let's show our love. I'm going to close with a little story. This is a true story of what happened to me last week. I was walking out of a store, and I saw the most pitiful person I've ever seen in my life sitting there, a homeless person begging. And people say, don't give them money because they use it for drugs. But you know what? This woman was so pitiful. I said, I can't pass her by. And I looked in my purse. I had two $1 bills, so I gave her $2. I said, it's not much, but I want to give this to you. And I pray God will help you get into a place to live. Well, I went on my way and I didn't think anything of it. Do you know that later that day, somebody I didn't expect to give me some money. They wanted to give me money for something that I had done, and I didn't expect any money for it. And I said, wow, that's interesting. I gave $2, and I was given like 10 times as much or more. Then the next week, I forgot about that. Then I was walking out of Trader Joe's, and there was somebody, and I tell you, my heart just, we have to stay tender-hearted. We can't become hard-hearted. These are human beings. And I thought, all I can do is give them a couple dollars. So I gave them a couple dollars. Oh my goodness, this is like clockwork. Then I received money that I wasn't expecting. Came from a source I never expected it. I said, God, are you telling me something? You cannot outgive God. I wasn't expecting anything back. And I think God was trying to tell me he was pleased. So when you see people this winter, just let God guide you and let your heart guide you. If you feel a tenderheartedness towards someone, it doesn't hurt to help them and pray for them. Tell them to use it for food or nourishment. And the rest we have to commit to God, because we cannot let ourselves become these hard-hearted people that just walk by our fellow human beings and don't feel anything. We can't. It's a hard world out there. It's cold. I pray something can truly be done for the people that are in this situation. Well, thank you so much for joining me. And make sure you bring out a tea service, invite someone in, and if someone wants to come to see you, say, sure, I'll put the kettle on. Polly, put the kettle on, we'll all have tea. Yes, tea, my son Sam was saying, he's been getting so into tea. All my sons were saying they love coffee in the morning, but tea in the afternoon. He said it does something to your brain. It helps you think. It relaxes you. It has potency that coffee doesn't have. And so this time of year, we need good tea, yes. And to share a cup with a friend. Thank you so much for joining me. And I pray you have a good week. Thank a veteran and start getting ready for Thanksgiving. Yes, it's coming faster than we think. Thanksgiving is a nice time to include someone that doesn't have a family also. If you know a single person in your life that doesn't have a home or family to go to, include them, because it makes Thanksgiving much more meaningful. Yes, it does. Thank you so much. And God bless you, and God bless England. This young man, Robin, so polite. When I lived in England, I loved the culture. Everyone was so polite. Such impeccable manners. They put others first. That is true Christianity. That's because England has had the Bible in their culture. Do unto others. Yes. Well, thank you so much for joining me. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, push the notification bell, share with a friend. And if you like or a comment, I appreciate immensely. Thank you so much. God bless you. Happy November. God bless.